Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought, with it being such a unique thing, that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, a separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, you know, it was fantastic. And there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk. And then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." See? Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a runt, see, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, you know, they would talk to Joe. The Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, "Look, Jackie got a job drawing." He says, "They're paying him for it. They're paying him money for drawing." He says, "Suppose I go with Jackie." He says, "And he says, they'll pay me money." He says, "I'll draw and they'll pay me money." He said, "I'll give the money to you," which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, "Would you like to come down and draw these guys in training?" I swear, this is not a story. And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to come down."
Comics-related madness presents Enter the Cromnyverse, an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bat.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crom, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle. Just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Oh, yeah, they all get the madness seal of approval. You know why we're here.
The Madness Comic Network and comic-related madness proudly presents this Madness Comic Network Special Edition. All guests and campaigns receive the Madness Seal of Approval. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
What's up? What's up? Guess what? We're here for a special Monday Madness. A special one. Rich! You're muted, bro.
What?
Why are we here, bro?
I don't know. Why is anybody here? It's the question that we all ask ourselves.
Why are we?
We're launching what the
right
fuck?
now?
Human Hunters of Max Devill's new jam.
That's right. Human Hunters is
Devill
launching on
and his
Indiegogo.
new partner,
Launching Johnnie Reed.
Johnnie Reed.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you
fine
guys?
Gentlemen, today.
Fantastic.
Yay. I'm excited for this fucking launch. I like launches. Those are fun.
Me too. I'm excited to have
Had
it
me a
go.
good
Those are fucking hilarious. Those are great. I dig those a lot, quite a bit actually. So I'm excited that you guys are going to hit your goal by the time that I have to go to fucking sleep. So let's do this.
I
Nope.
have crazy granddaughters upstairs. They're like unsupervised and going crazy right now. So if you're screaming in the background, it's just crazy.
Good God.
So this right here is your last chance to sign up. What time are we going to kick the button on this one, Max?
I'm ready, whatever you guys are. I've got it up. Screen is shared.
There you go. Pale Rider with the
We're
first
here to
comment.
tap as much booty as humanly possible. No, we're not. We can't fucking tap any booty. We're on StreamYard. There is no physical booty in front of us. Wait, what?
Pale Rider is talking metaphorically.
Is he metaphorically?
For
Really?
the whole
On a
journey,
Monday night?
you know. Max, how about you introduce yourself and give everybody a little bit of your comic history for a bit.
I'm Max
Spread it all
Devill.
over.
I started Atrocity Press. I'm no longer the sole operator of Atrocity Press. Johnnie Reed now over here works with me. We put out comic books like Mary Machine Gun, Neo Tokyo, Human Hunters, and Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space. Just finished crowdfunding on Kickstarter. Andrew Davis, what's up? You like that title?
Oh my God.
It's a perfect comic book title.
I can't. I just fucking can't. It's so funny. All right. I must put on my serious face now.
You know, that's the exact reaction I had because he calls me up on the phone. He goes, I got an idea about this new comic. And I'm like, okay, hit me. And he gives me the name. And then I'm like, so what's it about? Because you don't even have to really ask that, dripping with sarcasm. I'm like, are you serious? And he goes, I'm dead serious. We're going to do this. And I'm like,
I don't know, man. I mean, the Ninja Bimbos from outer space, or I'm missing a few words.
Versus zombies.
Ninja Bimbos versus zombies from outer space. To me, that sounds like a nice little conservative romance between two accountants in Oklahoma somewhere. It's like, I'm like, wow, this is going to be so spine tingling. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? That's not what I thought it would be.
It's a documentary.
Evidently.
So I'm going to ask our viewers to please share this out. Let's let everybody
share this out. Let's get Max and Johnny $1 million fucking dollars. Let's pop this
that'd
up.
be sweet.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
I'll just go for the $500 we're asking for, so we can print the books and send them out. But hey, $1 million I'll never turn down.
Oh no, that just means we get to do more books.
Wow, yes, that was the reason why I said $1 million.
Yeah,
fuck, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, we love to watch success.
Enhance the experience, and kind of like that TY gel. I don't know.
It sounds like a masterpiece, Pale Rider.
It is a masterpiece. It's a fucking Rembrandt.
It is. The Ninja Bimbos book was fantastic. It funded really well. We just send everything off to the printer.
Congratulations on that, by the way. Good job.
And once we
What
get
the
it
fuck
back
am I
here in a
erasing?
couple weeks, me and Johnny will pack them up, and it'll probably take us a couple days.
Usually.
Now, are you going to bring that campaign over to Indiegogo too?
We will be. Got the date or the month for that. Give me a second. That'll be in May.
And middle of May, end of May, what? Come on, talk
Probably
to me.
middle of May, since we're already starting this.
It'll probably be when this one finishes. We'll probably start the other one. I think is the plan.
Yep.
Well, you guys know who to get a hold of. We got this launch party thing down, baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing we got a schedule put together. Me, Max, and Fernando sat down, our art director, and we pretty much got a schedule for the entire end of the year where we're going to be knocking things out in Kickstarter, knocking them out in Indiegogo. It's going to be all over the place.
Got constant Kickstarters and crowd funds. Just because you do one month and the next month, and then by that time you've already got the next book that you're ready to put out ready, and then you got the next month.
Well, that's the advantage we have if we're knocking out 3 to 4 books, different titles, because we actually, are working on 3 or 4 different ones all the time.
Here,
and that's where you get your build that fan base for the company as a whole, and not just for individual titles. It's like people start going, "Oh crap, Atrocity Press has another book. Let's check it out." They don't even think about question it because they see it all the time on a regular basis. New book.
Yep.
That's what you want, consistency.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. I didn't mean to yawn. It's fucking late. Where I am.
Yes. Our friend Rich is way over there in the UK, so he's
And I can't have any fucking tea because if I have any of that green tea shit, it's going to keep me awake, and I got to get up for work at 5.
Yeah, it's like mid-afternoon for us. It's like where we're at. It's like
all right. Here you go. Both of you, all of you. Fuck you all.
I used to do this show at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I know, and I'd have to fucking stay up until 1. But Pops is such a nice guy.
I had to change it. Man.
That's
Also,
right, you did. Fuck.
It's like we get a lot of guests from over there, and I don't want them to have to stay up till 2 a.m. to be on the Madness.
Just to be on the Madness, to come on here and push their stuff.
Yep.
We got he was there for a minute. We got a surprise guest wants to come in and hang out with you guys during this launch too.
You're not gonna play his fucking opening video, are you?
It's not even Doc, dude.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
You need a video of your own, Rich. You need a
No, I do not, because I'm already a narcissist right now. If I get a video of that, I'm gonna jizz all over myself, and I'm like,
feed the beast.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
I was talking to
me, and it's like glurp, glurp, glurp. Okay.
I was talking
Hey, Rich.
to
I looks like I have him trapped in my basement. All right, that joke is older than the horse that you killed a while ago to make the glue.
It looks like he has you trapped in his basement. That's what he said.
No, that's not our basement, Jim. That's our love palace, and you know this. If you just come out and just say it. Hey, Human Hunters, Fernando. That's your art director?
That is the art director. He's the art.
Hey man, how you doing?
You can send him the link if he wants to come hang out, man.
I don't want to meet him. I don't give a fuck.
He's working right now.
Oh, I
how do you really feel there, Rich?
I feel like shit. I feel grumpy. Where's my Snickers?
You're hangry.
I'm hangry. Hungry. That's what I fucking say ever since I saw the Suicide Squad. Now I'm like, nah, way. Whenever I'm like, hungry.
Cosplay the Hulk with just green paint.
It's just blow my nose all over my face and shit like that.
Always has that Hulk look,
I got the pico the bicep too. Our love knows no bounds. You are right, Jim. I am tethered to you, body, mind, and soul.
Wow.
Weird.
You guys need to be alone?
No. Jim and I are completely demonstrative in our love. This is like Paris in the 1800s, where you just fuck on the street. You know, it doesn't really matter. I've been watching too much Outlander lately because this is a season now. If anybody watches that show, they're in the main protagonists are now in France, and it appears everybody fucks on the street in France in 1800s. You know, so I'm like, all right, hey,
of course.
You know, here's my baguette. Have I put it in your croissant or whatever? I don't know.
You made it. What's up, Andrew?
What's up,
Sorry
Andrew?
I'm late. Sorry I'm late, guys.
What's up?
How's it going, Andrew? What's up?
Nothing much. I'm just here for Max and Johnny.
I'm just here.
Oh, no, I feel
very
left
cool.
out now.
Max and Johnny. There you go.
Max
Gonna
and
launch a
Johnny.
comic book. You want to share my screen, and I'll launch this book here in 2 minutes. 1 minute.
Ready to go live.
It's all ready to go.
Smash that like and share the stream. Let's kick this thing off right.
Yeah.
Da-na-na.
Here we go. We'll just launch it now. Oh, shit.
Who's going to be number one?
Share on Facebook.
Are you funded yet?
Just fucking.
Wow. That's rough.
He
like
said,
all
"Are
this-
you funded yet?"
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist.
Oh,
I don't
man.
blame you. You beat me to the punch on that one, man. Yes, I don't. I have a tough time resisting everything myself. Please.
Share
We're on your reach on Twitter. Okay.
All right. And it is live, so let us
Yay!
Here we go.
celebrate.
All right. I'm doing a little of that too. A little share action.
Alrighty.
What happened? We lose a John. We lost Johnny. I didn't even notice.
Where'd he go?
I'm here.
I was somewhere else, man. I was on a different screen. I didn't even know you were gone.
Human hunter.
All right, so everybody share this out, man. Let's get some eyes on this one.
Get some eyes on that one.
You already did this book once, right? On Kickstarter.
On Kickstarter, yep.
Yep.
We've got the new cover for Indiegogo.
Yeah. I'm loving the new cover.
Badass.
What's the new cover?
I'm getting to it. Right there.
There you go.
Right.
We wanted a very kind of pulp, cover that's more kind of, damsel maybe in distress, maybe not.
She is not in distress. She is posing in front of
Yeah.
her.
She knows what she's got behind her. She's like, "Oh, you got it. You want to touch me? Okay."
I've decided to try and stop. I'm supposed to stop using profanity for a bit, which is a terrible attempt, of course. But I'm just like
Lent's
looking at
over.
this. I'm like, there's like 1,000 words, and I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I will shut up.
Lent's over. You don't have to give anything.
Yeah,
up
go
anymore.
ahead.
Oh, fuck that! I'm waiting for that fucking werewolf to be like, yeah, I bet you're not gonna be afraid of this big bad wolf anymore. It's like, ugh. Here, let me see if I can pierce your heart with that one. There, all right. I fucking said it anymore.
Oh,
That
wow.
werewolf is going yum.
I am disgusting. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, they got the little devils over where the areolas are.
Max.
Oh,
Max,
yeah.
Can you zoom in for the Pale Rider? He needs a closer look.
Of what, the titties?
Even had to clever up the camera because the camera shows the actual everything from a different angle, which is really pretty interesting. Fernando really worked really hard on that.
Yep.
From a distance, you look like my friend. I'm sorry, I just had to.
Max goes all out.
He does. That there's
We do.
more boobs, more werewolves, and more
Pedro!
awesome
It's the three
art.
B's. You got to have
Yes.
the breasts, the blood, and the beasts.
Yep.
And holy shit, that works.
Yes.
God. Wow. You're fucking awesome. I wish I was as cool as you.
That's Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah, this is Joe Bob Briggs. I'm not even going to take credit for that one.
Oh my god.
That was his 3 requirements for a good B movie or whatever.
Yep.
Is that I have to ask, is that kind of your inspiration for the books you guys put out? Because you do you got it, it's a throwback to those types of movies and stuff. And I one thing I will say about your works and stuff, you look like you're having a lot of fucking fun. And that's the best part about comics, man, isn't it?
Oh man, we have so much fun making these things. I mean, me and Johnny, we get up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and write for 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, Jesus,
and then
that's nice. It really is.
And then let everybody go get the kids off to school and all that shit. And depending on what day it is, I'll go up to the shop and hang out at his store.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's open, or if not, then I'll just hang out at the house and do the stuff. It's pretty cool. We're having a good time doing everything that we're doing. But
yeah, I mean that's the one key. I mean, when Max first approached me way back when, about just even working with him and writing with him, it was like, okay, let's try it. It'll be kind of fun. And then it was this snowball, and it just kept getting, hey, we're going to meet tomorrow. We're going to meet tomorrow. And it just was so much fun. And then it's like, hey, we're going to create a new comic and we're going to create new characters. And I mean, it's a blast. I think that's why now, I got to take my hat off to Max because, like Pops was saying, I'm now a part of Atrocity Press officially, and that means a lot that Max actually trusts me enough with his baby and his company. But it's also a testament to how well he and I really work together. I mean, he's like a brother I never knew I needed. And it's just really awesome because we click, we sit down and we start to write and we start finishing each other's sentences. And it's just kind of creepy, but it works really well.
And I know where you live.
Well, I know where you live too. So it goes both ways.
Yep.
Wow. Already some like avarice between the partners here without even fucking starting anything. Holy shit. This is juicy. This is like gossip and shit. It's like Hollywood gossip that no one cares about. My God. Unreal. These guys are like really gangster and everything. But yeah, but seriously, that's a good thing. I had that with my friend Dan when he wrote this big graphic novel, and I drew the damn thing. It was 160 fucking pages. And
wow.
God damn.
Well, it took us a while to get it done. I mean, I didn't do it in like 3 months or anything like that. It took us about a year to do it because
say like a page every couple days. That's
well, I can handle a page a day easy. It's not that. It's just what he was able to afford at the time, So it's like, okay, we'll just keep going with this. And it was great though because we had a great creative synergy, and his graphic novel was about 210 pages long or something like that, and I was just like, you can reduce this a little bit. And it's nice when it's like you can close in content and work together on a collaborative level, and it's good when it's the best when it's unexpected. It just like clicks and it just goes, and it's just you just can't stop. That's awesome.
Yep,
that really is.
Now Pedro says all that connection is okay as long as you don't lose yourself in each other's eyes.
That will never happen.
All got eyes for
you know how it is.
You know what I have? This is something that I have here, and I'm gonna. Should I do it, Pops? The template thing. Or should I do it later?
That's.
I'll do it later. Fuck it.
That's your trademark, but pick the.
Yeah,
right
I know. I'll do it later. Pick
the right moment.
Because I'm a terrible human being, but that's okay.
Andrew, why don't you go ahead and tell people who you are and what you
please.
so people know where to find you and how you're involved in this. I mean, you're like me, right? You're a friend that promotes the hell out of them, right?
Yeah, pretty much. My name's Andrew Davis, and I run Pop Anime Comics on Facebook, and it has a subsequent show called Conversations in Pop Culture. And I do a lot of interviews with a lot of people in the comic world, cosplay world, professional wrestling world, and voice acting world. And I share a lot of
like 3 people a day.
yeah, right. Like I'm super swamped, and I like to promote indie comics, and I try to share out as many as I can, and I try to give people an opportunity to share their stuff. So that's kind of what I do, and I love interviewing people. But that's how I'm involved. Is that I like to promote people, give people an opportunity to share what they love.
See, you know what it's about, man. See, and he actually had me on the show not that long ago. It was great. I had a good time, and I want everybody's watching that has a campaign or or a prospective campaign, and you want to talk to Andrew, man, he's in the Madness on Facebook. Hit him up. How we do it.
All I'm gonna say is I prefer that your campaign is live, so that I then can share it and make sure, or it's gonna come out within like a week. Because this way we can maximize the growth of it. That's the only thing, because I want to make sure that if you're on my show that I properly promote you.
Right. There you go. See that? He cares. He cares about you.
He does. He cares. He cares a lot.
All right. Now, this other guy, how did you get involved with this Max dude?
Max?
Didn't he just say it before?
Well, no, that's just how we I've known Max for off and on for years. Actually, I used to co-host Night Watch Radio back in the day. And we used to have a lot of interviews, guys from The Walking Dead, King Diamond. It was like a pulp culture, kind of experience.
You had King Diamond on your show?
Oh, we had Greg Nicotero, we've had Lita Ford, we had the Comic Book Men.
Now, aren't you glad I asked him that, Rich?
So,
what?
And one of the nights, I get up to the studio and they're like, "Hey, we're having Hart Fisher and Max Devill." And I'm like, "All right, well, I've heard of Hart. I don't know who this Max guy is." But we talked about it and we hit it off, and we've kind of kept in touch little by little. And originally we got together talking about making movies together because I've done some movie stuff in my background. And then it kind of evolved into, he's like, "Hey, I'm doing this comic book. You want to maybe edit Mary Machine Gun 2 for me?" I said, "Sure." And then after we edited it, he's like, "Hey, do you have any ideas?" I'm like, "Sure." And it just kind of, like I said, snowballed until, now we're doing this together with Atrocity Press and working on 3 or 4 different titles.
Yep.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
That's awesome.
After I first met Johnny, I was walking out of Walmart, and he was walking in, and I said, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he just ghosted me. Just walked right on past me.
Yeah.
He didn't recognize me at all.
Did that really happen?
Yeah.
I did not realize that. Well, I apologize now, to everyone that's listening. I did not know that.
He totally didn't recognize me at all. I was like,
I can see me doing it today, but not back then.
Now, one of the cool things for me is that I met Hart and Johnny because I knew Max. The other way around. See?
Right. It's a big, well, and I met you through Max. So it's a big circle. Well, and then just in my background in comics is I've ran a comic store off and on I had it for 8 years and then we closed up, and now I have it again. So I'm back in the business of selling comics and action figures and gaming and all that stuff.
He's got
and your store's indie friendly?
Actually, I'm trying. I have a section right now that I'm actually going out to a lot of these Kickstarters, and I'm actually having their comics in my store if I can get a retail tier.
I have a retail tier on my campaign. Oh, just throwing it out there. I'm supposed to do that. I'm the promotion guy. So.
That is true. But no, I'm very much indie friendly. I'm really trying to back some of the guys that we're good friends with.
Yeah, that was one of the things I've been encouraging people for a long time to put a retail tier up. Even if if only one person does, that's $10. Put a retail tier up.
That is $10.
you know. So I mean,
It
like I said,
is.
we have one on our campaign. I encourage everybody that does a crowdfunding campaign to have a retail tier. We're trying to bring more and more retail people into this. We're trying to get stuff seen in front of them more. You know?
Right.
So,
well, it gives you that different caveat, you know, to just getting Diamond or Lunar Publishing now, since you know you have the two publishers you have to go to, but there's a lot of comics out there that just do not fall in just those categories.
I couldn't see.
There's a lot
I
better
couldn't see my book in Diamond anyway.
Never say never. Never say never.
It's true.
Oh man,
I say never all the time. I'm a damn pessimist if I'm
I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't be like cool, but I mean, I don't see it. The retailers that I talk to, most of them don't look back in that. Was it the green section?
Yeah, I would say like with mine, Mary Machine Gun will probably never go into Diamond because it'll get that M for mature rating, and they'll have to put it behind the counter, and then no one will buy it.
Well, that would be the area where it's like it goes through the beaded door and everything, where it's like
the black light, and
the black light and everything, and
Blockbuster, the adult section back there.
yeah, and it looks like it looks. Forgive me for stealing this from Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's like a Jackson Pollard painting all over the floor and all that.
Oh yeah. And you got
And
that
there's
mountain-looking guy just checking ID so you can go back and get a comic.
Oh yeah, there's a mop bucket at the entrance, so it's like Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, nice.
I am way too young to know anything about this, and yet I do. So clearly, you know.
Right. 42nd Street in New York, Andy.
Way too young.
Oh, it was in those. I walked into a couple of those a few times when I was like in my early 20s. It's like, oh God, that's disgusting. Yeah, that's nasty. But it was funny as hell because I'm like, what's the mop bucket for? Oh wait, now I know.
What'd you
One of those wait for it and then it hits you.
Oh, it took me a minute. I was like, wait, what the? Why do you have a mop bucket in the middle of like? You have nothing but like DVDs and CD-ROMs. You know, this is how long ago it was for me. You know, it's like CD-ROMs and DVDs of like and these big boxes of like porn, and I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, it smells like some sort of thing. You know, I don't know what the fuck it is. And then I look back in the area where like the booths are, and I'm like, what are those? What the fuck are those mop buckets for? And I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh God, oh man. I'm like, oh.
It's like time to leave.
Yeah, it's like they leave it there. I'm like, oh God, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
yeah, that was first and last. No, thank you. I mean, at least supply tissues, you know, or like a, I don't know, Coke bottle. I mean, the ashtray.
Yeah.
And we just went right off the rails.
Yeah, we did.
Leave it to Rich. That's his job.
Leave it to me. That's my shit. That's my thing. What do we got? What's the total so far, man?
Oh, I don't know. Does it automatically update?
Only if you refresh sometimes.
Yeah,
If it does, we're at a 0 right now.
Oh,
shit.
We need to share this out more, guys. Everybody start hitting them buttons. Everybody know this thing is live.
I shared it out.
Andrew, do you have what's your YouTube channel? I'd like to subscribe so I could see some of the interviews, man.
Oh, it's Pop Anime Comics on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's basic, easy, simple, and a lot of fun stuff. And then I got some other YouTube stuff going on, but I'm not ready to share any of that right now.
All right, so let's get deeper into this campaign. Let everybody see what we're asking them to spend money on.
We've got the first 7 pages, maybe 8 pages. It's either 7 or 8 pages available for consumption. This is the sea near the Orkney Islands in 1825.
Yep.
And as you can read across the boxes, it's for the property of a Mr. Frankenstein or Dr. Frankenstein.
No,
Frankenstein.
we're not going there.
That's the high goal.
You know, real quick here, just to jump in, because Rich did ask kind of like where we got our ideas for this. Like, I'm a big fan of the literature from the actual books. You know, the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I read like a novel a week.
Yep.
And the one thing that drives me nuts is when people try to change what other people wrote. For me, that's sacred. So looking at this is basically going from the book Frankenstein. There's a part where Dr. Frankenstein casts the body of the female creature into the water. And that's where the book leaves. We didn't want to change anything with that. So with this is basically where that takes off. We're not trying to change anything. We're trying to enhance what's already been written.
Just adding to it.
Yeah.
And he's all remorseful for doing what he was doing. Throws the body into the sea and leaves all of his lab equipment behind. But then lightning strikes the sea, hitting the body. And this little movement of the hand and the bubbles, that's all it was needed. And it was, I remember me and Johnnie were talking when we were writing it, and I was like, no, it'll work. He was like, I don't know. And I'm like, no, it'll work. And it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked.
That's how you do it.
And the blues that Adam chose are fantastic for the water.
Well, and even the lettering up there, you know, that SK put in there. I mean, he always hits it out of the park. I love that guy. He just is so awesome. And the way he's got the words like cracking and the colors to match, it's cool. It enhances that panel instead of dominating it. Yeah, and then here just the drawing, you know, the silhouette of coming up. And this is what me and Max call our money shot, you know, of the bride actually coming to the water.
If there was no worry about nudity in this book, there would be plenty of it. Because originally it had nudity, and we were like, no, take it out.
I'm a little more conservative than Max when it comes to that. So
I get it. You got to represent your area to your people. How, I mean, everybody's life experience is a little different,
Oh, granted.
I mean,
yeah, and
I don't want my granddaughter seeing none of these, but that don't mean I won't have them, stashed away in the back of the filing cabinet.
Well, this book is probably for anyone probably 12 and above because of the violence and the language. What's up? Nudity is good.
No, I agree. It is.
Mike knows. And then we've got the transition from the raining into her being upside down. If you're an art history buff or just a crime buff, you'll know that those paintings behind her are upside down and have been stolen. They're not upside down. The schematics on the computer are actual alarm schematics that SK found to use, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And then she's sneaking down to doing the what's that called, Johnnie? Aerial something.
Aerial acrobatics.
Yeah, aerial acrobatics to let herself down to pick up this vase that they're trying to retrieve.
Yeah. And basically, just for those wondering what the overall premise of the book is, really the idea is you take your classic monsters and you throw in some you make them sexy. You throw in your Fast and Furious and you throw in your Mission Impossible.
Oh my
and that's kind of where we're at. It's kind of like, what I always wish that Universal would have done in the future with some of their properties.
Oh my God, in heaven.
But I mean, it's kind of one of those things. You watch a lot of these movies about the classic monsters in modern day.
Yeah.
And they have no idea, like, it's all of a sudden like, what's this? Oh, that's coffee. What is this? And they always play like they're the dumbest in the room.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to play this where they're the smartest. They've been around for 4 or 5 generations. They've probably read and experienced more than we will ever experience.
Well, yeah.
And we really wanted to capitalize. But then that's really, you know, the premise of this is our computer expert there. She's just not an expert. She helped create the computers. You know, she's embedded everywhere.
Yeah.
Our thief there, you know, she's been stealing things, you know, since she was created back in the day.
1825.
1825, yeah.
John, I got to ask you a question. Was it Hedy Lamarr? She came up with some sort of thing. She invented something.
Who's that?
God. No, Hedy Lamarr. You know, the actress Hedy Lamarr in like the early 1900s or something like that. She invented some sort of device that's used in cell phones now.
Sure.
I forgot what it was.
She's the inventor of the frequency hopping technology.
Yes, yeah. It's like,
which was the foundation for the Wi-Fi and GPS and Bluetooth.
Thank you. Thank you. That's far better than anything that I could have thought of because I'm just dumb. But I do remember that, and the reason why I bring it up is because it when you describe that the person who's the computer expert has been around since before computers essentially began, you know, or she's invented the way that computers interact now is similar to what I mean. This is a real world thing too. You know, and that's good that you keep that there, because I mean, regardless of whether you're trying to take Fast and Furious and Mission Impossible and Not a Living Dead and American Werewolf in London and smash them together and make a baby and it looks like this, at the very least, what you're doing is you're keeping not only what the original authors wrote, but you're also keeping continuity of human history within it.
Yep.
Which is
that's a really awesome thing. I have to say that.
Well, and that's one thing with me and Max. Like when Max does Mary Machine Gun, he does a lot of stuff with Templars, and he does all this research. And I'm a big research guy, so like I sat down and researched for, I mean, we're talking months, each one of these characters' history. You know, and I got like a Bible for every single character. You know, and I think that kind of goes back to me and Max's D&D background. You know, you got to create those characters with those histories. But a lot of that is making sure that we have like a roadmap of what they did at what time in history and where were they and what makes sense. And that's like you said, you know, with Lamar, you know, that was a real thing. You know, people look at the creator of Wonder Woman. He created the actual lie detector device.
Wow.
Which is why Wonder Woman has the lasso of truth. So it's kind of like, you know, keeping that spirit, like you said.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Because what I love about your monsters is that they've been around for forever, essentially. And I'm right now in the middle reading Jack of Fables. And Jack becomes very powerful because, well, he basically, Hollywood had made him the star of every movie, and his power is based on that. And it's very similar to your monsters where, you know, if you've been around for 300 years, you're going to have knowledge and you're going to have some power by nature, and it kind of makes it more real. And it makes these legends be real. And that's something that is super interesting because obviously I've read, you know, a bunch of this stuff because you guys were on my show when the Kickstarter happened. And so it's something that I think is really nice because there's all these Frankenstein, you know, comics out there, but they never ever reference what Frankenstein did in the past, but this does. And I'm using Frankenstein just as an example, but I think the point is made.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by how much detail is in the stuff that you're doing. Congratulations on putting together a really nice book.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We try to put everything together as well as we can. Have it all make sense.
I wanted to make sure everybody knew this one funded nicely on Kickstarter already. It's going to be printed. You're going to get your book. That's why it's got that low goal, because it's already happening.
It's already out there. People have already gotten this book.
It's already happening. It's not.
People have it. We've got. I mean, depending on how many we sell, we might not even have to print more. You know.
Well, and that's.
I'm hoping we have to print more. Don't get me wrong, but if we don't sell that many,
I would hope so too.
Then we don't have to because we've got extra books.
And a lot of people, if you've already gotten it through the Kickstarter, that's why we have this other cover, which is, that Fernando did beautiful. If you're one of those guys like me, if I really like a title, I usually like several, covers of each one, and you got a chance to get another one here that you didn't get before.
Yep. And then we've got our werewolf, JC, turning into the Wolfman to their homage to the American Werewolf in London.
I got that song in my head now.
And JC's our tracker / Native American.
I put that in my head down now. Here Thanks. To the big pictures.
Yep.
We can show all the
Werewolf London.
This is the standard cover A by the interior artist.
Nicely done.
Birthday. We always give the cover A to the interior artist. That way you're not surprised when you go and buy a book and you're like, the cover's badass. And you look inside and you're like, what's these stick figures?
Yeah.
Shit drives me crazy. And then here's Mariah Benez's cover, sister of the legendary DC artist Ed Benez.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder what she draws.
She's drawn a lot of Mary Machine Gun stuff. I'll give her that.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. She's very good.
Definitely.
Well, and she did Teenage. I'm not Teenage, but Ninja.
Oops.
Yeah, Ninja Bimbos.
Ninja Bimbos.
Ninja Bimbos.
And this is Alzir Alves. His cover, he is the director of the Rascunho studio in Brazil, which is kind of like the Kubert School.
Oh, really?
In the United States. Yeah, it's like their version of the Kubert School. It's not run by the same people or anything, but it's just a comic books art school. And Fernando's been through it, and all of our guys have been through it. We still send some to it, actually. This one here was the special add-on cover that we added on halfway through the campaign.
Yeah.
It'll be available on this campaign for the whole entire time. So that's good. Who
designed the logo, Max?
Who designed the logo?
Yeah, the title logo.
That was me actually on a napkin.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I drew it up.
Nice.
I drew it up and gave it to Fernando. I mean, he did the work and he made it all pretty and all.
Right.
But I had that concept of the target, and then he sent me different fonts and stuff and goes, what do you think about this? And he made it. I mean, he took my initial idea and just hit it out of the park and made it beautiful.
Nicely done.
Because I remember I drew it on a napkin and I took a picture and I had to send it to him, through.
And then we've seen this one, which has got the
new one.
And it's got a purple target, if you notice. And we're probably going to stick with the purple.
A purple target.
For moving forward.
It might be my favorite color.
And then the nudity cover, the naughty one, the naughty cover. We got with some cheesecake and a little bit of beefcake in there too. And people thought that it wouldn't sell that well. This cover sold really, really well.
You got to give a little something to the ladies.
I know.
And in some cases, some gentlemen.
Exactly. Who cares?
We don't care.
And as we get through $1,000 marks on the campaign, we release a print.
I've seen this
for all the naughty backers, and we'll probably end up just. I don't know if I can.
Nope.
Just give them away. I'll have to do it.
Nope.
Nope. What are these again? These are just extra prints that they're stretch goals that are.
Yeah, okay. 6x9 prints, and I guess they'd be considered stretch goals because they're over the original goal. So for at $1,000, we release this one. At $2,000, we release this one. $3,000, we release this one, and $4,000, we release this one. But in order to get that, you have to buy this cover. Because I don't want to be sending out a bunch of nudity to people who don't want it.
Very good. Very good thinking. Very good.
Gentlemen, I must forgive me. I must take my leave. It is now close to 10 here in the UK.
You look
I
sleepy.
want thank you for allowing me to be privy to the launch of the secondary Indiegogo launch of this book.
Yeah.
I wish you both the best of luck with it, and kick ass, man. Keep kicking ass.
All right. Go get some
Thanks,
sleep.
Rich.
You look tired.
I'm gonna try. I have to, because if I don't, I'm completely fucked. Because I have a 2-hour commute to work. Jesus Christ! It's like I live in Staten Island again.
Now we're going to
Ugh,
lose
far.
all our fans that just tune in to watch Bridge. Bye, everybody.
They're like all one of them. Holy
Later,
shit! See you guys later. Bye.
Peace.
He don't think so, but we do have people that just tune in to watch him.
Now we've got Pops outnumbered. All right.
Yeah.
I'm always outnumbered, dude.
This is the calendar. I know it's like, basically halfway through the year as it is, but some people just dig the art, so we made them available again because they were available during the first one.
Nice.
The 6-foot stand up is behind me, but it's folded up, so it's not can't be seen. But, and we've got all the different types of collectors. We've got the cover collector where you get Mateus Duarte, Mariah Benes, Elzir Alves, and both of the Fern Cord covers. And then the naughty cover collector, where you get everything the cover collector tier has, plus you get the not safe for work tier, or not safe for work cover, with all the prints that come with that, whatever's available. The full hunter, it gives you the all the covers like Mateus Duarte, Mariah Benes, Alzir Alves, and Fern Cord, the Human Hunters calendar, and the stand up, and all the stretch goals. Everybody gets all the stretch goals. And the full hunter, the naughty cover edition, you receive covers by Mateus Duarte, Mariah Benes, Alzir Alves, and then I guess I need to change that to say and Fern Cord. The Indiegogo exclusive.
Bam.
Once we get to like the legitimate for real stretch goals of $4,000, that's when we release the bookmark, which is the Alzir Alves art. I got tons of these, so let's get it up there. I can get plenty of get rid of them.
He's like, I already got tons of these. Let's do it.
And then these are recolors. They'll be trading cards, but they're recolors of the calendar images. So we got like this rockabilly Cleo here, and we've got the cheerleader Christine, and then we've got the backside shot of Freya, which is just straight Benes butt.
Is that going to be foiled or no?
We might foil that card just because of the way it's colored, because it almost just screams for it.
What is up, Quentin? Hail the Q Continuum.
What's up? And the comic book is done. It's already been printed once, so good to go. And we print
And they
our
are
comics.
printing a special. Man, you got to get rid of it. Kick ass. I like the way you covered that up. See that? That's nice. This campaign is already, like I said, funded, fulfilled over on Kickstarter. You're going to get your books. These guys are awesome. They're on time. Everything that they've done so far, fulfilled with a quickness, with no issues. You guys can back this atrocity press
We usually
conglomerate. I guess it's
we
a conglomerate now.
Yeah, we usually fulfill early.
But you guys can back them with confidence that you're going to get your product, and it's so far everything I've read and everything I've seen has been a fun ride. So, Max knows what he's doing. Jump on in there. I don't know if anybody's backed this yet, but if you haven't, be backer number one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, someone needs to be backer number one. Let's see here. Go up here. Still no backers yet. That's all right. I'm cool with that. It's new and it's Indiegogo. I knew that there'd be an uphill climb on Indiegogo.
It could be that just people watching on this have already backed it over there.
It's true.
But we'll keep showing it. We'll keep showing it off. Look, Chris, it's not my thing, man. Okay, that's cool too. There's no arm twisting going on around here.
Well, then again, you got to consider here in the U.S., though, it is tax day, so I'm sure everybody's doing that last-minute tax filings.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised that half the stuff was open today that was open, like the courthouse and the post office. I'm like, I figured you guys would be taking this day off for Easter.
Well, a lot of it was Good Friday. A lot of the places were off Good Friday. So
yeah, that's true.
But then a lot of schools are off today, so it makes no sense.
Our kids were at school. I don't know.
My kids are out.
Yeah, my kids are out of school.
I don't have
Friday
kids,
and
guys, so I'm
Monday.
good.
Oh, I didn't mean mine. I meant my.
I'm happy and sad for you, Andrew.
I'm 29, so I have time.
You do have time.
I'm happy for the human race.
Oh, snap. Well, on that note, I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. There you go. What are we working with here?
Max goes hard in the paint. Damn.
Yeah.
He ran Andrew over. Boom.
This is called. Zoom in on that. What's that say?
I can't even tell.
Oh, wait, did I do something or no?
What so? I couldn't read it. I'm too. My eyes are too bad.
Yeah, I'm in that boat too.
Playing a little bit of trombone while you're eating.
Johnnie. Hey, Johnnie.
Hey, he can misspell it. He at least knows it, so we're all right.
He misspells his own name, so
Nice. Well played, sir.
What's up, Pete? We're doing this launch thing. Trying to, anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta get people to share it out, get it known, get it seen that this thing is live over on the other side. So that's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep, we'll be promoting it for the next 30 days, Johnny. So have fun.
Yep. Have fun.
You're the lead on all the Indiegogo crowdfunds, remember?
And just like that, we know exactly how this stuff is being divided.
All right, so we got RJ Critical Blast over there on Twitter sharing this out. So that's another show you need to get a hold of.
Yeah, RJ's cool.
Go on RJ's show, Will's show. You guys know, just start hitting them all, man.
Yep. We'll
absolutely.
We'll hit up RJ. We'll hit up Will. We'll hit up. Who else?
Hey, isn't there a guy called Andrew that does his own show?
Oh yeah.
I don't know who this guy is, so clearly
he's around somewhere.
I've heard all kinds of stories about him. So
we talked about him already.
My only requirement is that he wears a blue shirt.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know, the way you were talking earlier, maybe you maybe you want him to have a red shirt.
What he wants to know what number he was on your Kickstarter campaign.
He was number 1.
See,
Pete was number 1.
Don't we tell everybody that though?
No, Pete can go back and actually look at his email, but he was number 1.
No, I remember him doing that night.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's always like got everything preloaded and he's like ready to go. Use that high speed internet.
Yeah.
I'm still on dial up.
Excited 2-4 PlanetCon. 2-4? 2-4.
Excited for Planet Comic Con. Yeah. I will be there all weekend.
And
our big Kansas City con is going to be this weekend for us.
Yep.
It's our big 3-day event.
I'll be there on Sunday. So we need to. Is the charity gonna have a table there?
Yeah, the charity that I work for, Play to Beat Brain Cancer, will be there all 3 days.
All right, so I'll just meet you at the charity booth.
Yep.
And then we can head over to Artist Alley.
Which is ironic. The charity that I work for, we have nothing to do with comic books. Everything is gaming, dice, D&D stuff, gaming stuff, but it's kind of fun because all the proceeds get to help families going through brain cancer. So.
I went weekend before last, walked the floor at Grand Rapids Comic Con talking to people.
Yeah, how was that?
Blast. I mean, it's always a blast when you can walk the floor and just talk to people, and it's not, I mean, when you have that little press credential, they're all willing to talk to you then. It's way different than standing in line to get a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, way more fun. I've got to spend a lot more time with some of these people than, I probably deserve. But yeah, let's go ahead for anybody who's just now coming in. Let's go ahead and give the overall play again on this. We can hang out here for another however long you want, another hour or so, and keep working at this. But you're gonna have to keep talking about this so that when new people come in, Johnny's like, fuck that later.
Oh snap! He's just like, nope.
He's like, we can stay for another hour or we can leave. I'm out.
What happened, Johnny?
I don't know. I think it was my internet just clocked out because it just like my screen locked up for a minute, then I went right back in. So
it was like, Johnny said, nope, I'm out. I ain't doing that again.
But if you like action comic books, this comic book is definitely right up your alleyway because it is just action from almost page 1 to page 32.
Yeah, it is.
I read this book at least 20 times and only had to read it 10 of those times. The other 10 times I read it because I wanted to. We don't have a video trailer.
How come?
I haven't seen much difference in making them and not making them. So, I mean, maybe not. I don't have
maybe for Indiegogo you might want to. They're a little more visual oriented, entertainment oriented crowd on Twitter. They want to be entertained for their time. It's like if there ain't a video, some people might not even scroll down on this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'll hear that criticism on a lot of those channels that are attached to Twitter and Indiegogo. It's like that's kind of stuff they look for.
They like the video, do they?
There's people like Lee Reese that do really good little short 30-second videos, man, that can make this thing pop real fast. Don't take no time, and he probably wouldn't hit you very hard at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Lee's cool as hell. You know that. He's the one who does a Comic-Con video and edits it every month.
Yeah, we have to. If he wants to, that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah.
I'll get with him.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, I would ask him if he wants to, or Pedro. A couple of these guys that have been in the chat do cool stuff.
Well, if you know the people, send me their names or whatever, and I'll get with them. Or you can contact them and tell them to get with me.
Lee Reese, you know Lee Reese.
Do I?
Yeah, you know Lee Reese.
I had a stroke. Let me look him up.
Reece. Lee Reese. He's in the Madness. He was out here earlier, looking at you, right here.
Yeah. There it is. Adam is a friend. There we go.
He's a good dude.
Added as a friend. I'll wait till he gets back.
See, he's working on the Kaiju Mania book that Pete's working on. See that?
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a small world in this community.
It is. It really is.
Eventually, you run across somebody who knows people that you know, or has worked with people you know.
Especially in the artist for hire community, because they look out for each other and keep eyes on each other. So it helps. Helps them make sure everybody's getting paid, and it helps them. Actually, the old adage of rising tide lifts all boats type of thing. They're from everything I've seen, they've got it down pretty good. Now, don't get me wrong. As with any group of people, there's going to be it's drama, but they keep it relatively quiet, and they do it all behind the scenes, which is how it should be taken care of, really.
Yeah. You do what you can. You get out here, you talk about people's stuff, and you hope that people go out and back people's stuff, man. That's all I can do is get out here and go, hey man, check it out, and hope that people do. This stuff looks good. The art is amazing, like everything that you guys have been putting out. People on Indiegogo that are not familiar with Atrocity Press, you need to go look at Mary Machine Gun. You need to look at the Bimbos and Neo Tokyo, and these guys they got books.
Yeah, we got plenty of books that we got coming out. I mean, we got Mary 3 starts funding in May on Kickstarter, and then Mary 4 will be out later this year. So,
and Human Hunters 3 Human Hunters 2 will be out later this year.
Yep, Human Hunters 2 will be out later this year. That book is already completed and completely done.
Yep.
We're
just waiting.
We just have to wait.
It's kind of funny because last year we were all, well, I guess the end of last year we were all like, hey, we got to get these books done, and now we're sitting there going, we've already got like 3 done, ready to go, and that's like complete from an art standpoint. Like if you're talking about from a script, we just finished issue 5 of Human Hunters.
Yep.
And I think we're on issue 5 or 6 of Mary.
Yeah, we're on 6.
On 6 of Mary, as far as the script goes. On Bimbos, we're on are we on 4 now?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're on 4. So most of these books they're coming out right now and you guys are seeing them. But like in the case of Human Hunters, if you're like, hey, I wonder if there's going to be if this is a shot in the dark. No, issue 2's already done in the pan. I think we're looking at an October release date, just keeping with the theme of Halloween. And just where it fit in the schedule. I know Bimbos we're looking at January time frame. I saw some posts. Are we allowed to talk, I guess, officially now about our other book?
We're the Ninja Witch book, yeah.
We got Ninja Witch that we can start talking about. That's with Josh.
Justin.
Justin, I'm sorry, as I misspoke.
Yeah. Justin and Amy Hunt.
Yep. But yeah, they came. That's the book we're doing with them, and that's going to be out. Is that July? I think.
Yep, that comes out in July.
July,
and that'll be super fun. That book is going to be another one of those actions from the beginning to the end, and it's definitely, if you like ninjas and sword fighting and
sorcery,
yeah, you're definitely going to be in for the fantastic ride there. But we're here talking about Human Hunters.
Yes.
And it is currently on Indiegogo. It is live.
Hey, Max, can you scroll to the page that cover A real quick, and we'll just go through the characters real quick. Yeah, there we go. For those, this is kind of our main body of characters. The gentleman the team, the guy at the very top there, that is Radu. He's our multi-billionaire. He's our leader. He finances, kind of a Bruce Wayne of sorts. Next to him is Cleo. She's our computer extraordinaire hacker. She knows everything there is to know about the internet, about the World Wide Web.
She speaks like 18 languages.
32.
32.
32 languages is what she speaks. So she's always handy to have around. There's really not much keeping this guy secret next. With all the scars, and when you look at the book, he's like 9 foot tall. That is our monster, Frankenstein monster. Below him is Kirstine. She is the other creature that was created by Frankenstein. Just a little insight to give you guys a little taste. We did do a little bit something different. The reason we never refer to her as like the bride of Frankenstein is I didn't like that whole concept of that, because they have the exact same father, the same creator. So they have a very more brother and sister dynamic. He's like the big protective, older brother. Yeah. Down at the corner in his wolf form is JC. He is our werewolf. You'll find out that he's been around for quite a while too. I think the thing that it kind of got me when we, about writing this book is that you have the freedom of like creating your own lore, and you want to enhance, and you don't want to change what people did before, but there's like 50 million different concepts of werewolves. For me, I kind of went to a point of when a person gets bit by a werewolf, or when they turn into a werewolf, their body changes and morphs into the creature. Well, we're going with the concept that DNA locks at that moment. So when they turn back, that the body needs to know where that body came from. So for the rest of eternity, they don't age. They are who they are. They are as immortal as a vampire. Because I don't think it's fair that werewolves, get to die and vampires live forever. We got to give some love to the werewolves here. Right above his shoulder there is Juan Montclair, the doctor, Juan Montclair.
Juan Montclair.
If you couldn't tell by the face, he is our voodoo extraordinaire. I did a lot of research on Dr. John. He was from Haiti, and he's in the history books, and it was a big influence on creating this character. Next to him is Freya. All we're going to say is her name is Freya, and you get to find out exactly more about her through the course. We will let you know, since we've already written up to issue 5, that issue 4 will be her origin story. The one thing is, she is our posh. She is very elite, snobbish type character, but she's a lot of fun. She is a lot of fun. We're the opposite of Kirstine. Kirstine is very devil may die. She has no fear of any kind. So she is our adrenaline junkie. And then you have Cleo. She's our very studious, kind of, I don't want to say nerd, but you know, she's always reading her books, always studying. She's always the smartest one in the room. So that's just kind of the back insight on those characters.
Yeah, so there's one part in the book that I really like when they're like, well, we're gonna hack the things and we're gonna do this and that, and she's like, okay, you can do that. And she's like, yeah, of course I can do that. I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is gonna take some time.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed that Mariah Benez and female artists do is they put nipples underneath the clothing on girls, and guys typically don't. You know?
I don't think I ever noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at female artists, guys don't do it. Like Alzir didn't do it. Fernando didn't do it. He didn't do it there either. Well, now there's no way of getting around that one.
Yeah, it's there now.
Yeah, that's something I never noticed either. But now I'm going to be looking all the time.
Yep.
Check it.
Well, now you have an excuse to look all the time. There you go. You can say, hey, I'm not staring at these
research
breasts.
to do now.
It's research. Max wanted me to research this for him.
I got research to do now. Thanks.
This random guy on the internet said that if that only female artists do this, so I'm checking it out.
He said that rambling guy on the internet said. That's too funny.
So how's the Crownverse thing coming along?
It's about 25% funded.
Sweet.
Creeping along, you know, we keep adding stuff. Got synopsis of, you know, most of the stories up and sample art and everything. And some people like some of the stuff we put up. All the crochet crumbs are gone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just hoping hoping to get funded, and then we have some really cool stretch goals in mind.
Yeah,
gotta get there first.
Yeah, that's the goal, is to hit the. I mean, any crowdfund is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yep.
Oh boy, it's fun crowdfunding.
Yeah, well, I think I've just kind of chosen a job that's all I do.
One of those sit back and hurry up and wait type things.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, basically it's just like you said earlier about the rising tide. It's like the more people that talk about people's stuff, the more successful they are. So I encourage everybody to go out, share this, share the link to Human Hunters, tell all your friends. That's what this is about. Other podcasters, get a hold of these guys, get them on your show, put them in front of your audience. Do what we do. You know,
make it happen.
And I always say it, and I say, look, a share goes a long way. I mean, you never know. It's the idea that it's free on Facebook, it's free on Instagram, it's free on Twitter.
Yep.
What is it really costing you to share something out? If something is not your cup of tea, per se, who cares? Because you could just literally click a button, and you don't know who it's going to go in front of, and it can make the difference. Where somebody be like, I love this book. This book looks awesome, and thank you for sharing it. I mean, it's happened where somebody shares out an interview, and then that person got like 6 backers because like I didn't even see this. So it goes a long way, everybody, and it's not going to cost you a dime.
And it might go in front of an audience that doesn't know anything about it. You could be the guy that creates the boom. You know, I mean, that's the whole thing. Sharing out, you never know what's going to happen. Coming out here on these shows and talking about people's campaigns, you never know what's going to happen. The right person could see it. Bam, you could be on Fox News like Mike Barron. You know,
Yep.
I mean, it's that random.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's like I'm surprised. I have a lot of friends of mine that like they swear by Kickstarter, and then I have a lot of friends of mine that swear by Indiegogo. I mean, you have a lot of different people. I mean, and that's the main thing is just to spread it everywhere. To me, it's not like is one better than the other. It's just more like it's a different audience.
Put it anywhere.
Let's just hit the different audience.
Yeah. I'm like, put it anywhere you can. Wherever there's an audience that buys the kind of stuff that you're selling, put it where they can see it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I promote people that are on Amazon. I promote, everything. It don't matter if you got something that people want to buy. Put it where they can see it. You got to put it where they can see it. And people like us got to make sure that people find it. That's what Andrew and I do is make sure that as many people get their eyes on it as possible.
Hey, I'm just trying, and you're trying too, and that's all we can do is hopefully we try, and people are like, okay, cool. It's getting one more person sees it.
Especially you people that already have this book in your hands. My God, tell a friend and tell them they can still get it over here on Indiegogo right now.
Yeah, or talk about how the condition it came in. I mean, how we ship. We use.
Yeah, well, Pete said that he's solid quality books, great paper, quality printed well, and fulfilled quick. And I'll race it. I vouch for that too. You've sent me books that I ordered right now. So.
Yeah, we ship everything wrapped in bubble wrap inside of a Gemini mailer, and we send it with tracking, and it's usually 3-day shipping. So I mean, as soon as we get the books, me and Johnny got a system to where Johnny creates this like assembly line in the background, and slaps everything together. And I'm inputting the stuff into the shipping printer, and then by the time he's done, I'm hitting print, and then I slap it on there, and boom, and we start the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got it pretty much down to a science, and we got it quick.
Pete says he brings yours and Sam's books to the cons he goes to so people can get him a jump on the hype train.
He does. He's got the Mary Machine Gun and
I'm collecting like some here and there. Like I got like 5 copies of Ed Gein Demon Hunter, and I got like 5 copies of that backwards misprinted Incantessi Book of Riches. And I mean, I'm just building up a little con table collection. Eventually, I'll have enough to make it worth buying the Madness table.
Nice.
So how often do they do
stuff I break out? By the time I do that, everybody will be on book 3 and 4, and I'll have all these number 1s from their series. Bam.
So how often do they do Grand Rapids Comic Con? Because it seems to happen.
Yeah, they got the spring, fall, and the winter, or I mean spring and fall event. But I think it's like November. It's winter here.
Yeah. It was like Grand Rapids Comic Con, and you guys were all just there, and then it was like it's Grand Rapids Comic Con again. I'm like, didn't they just do that?
Yeah, I've been there 4 times now. Once before pandemic and 3 times since.
So what's the recovery been like? Is it back to pre-COVID levels, or is it still way low?
Well, I mean this last show, I think they actually probably needed a bigger building.
Yeah.
I mean the aisles were pretty crowded in the afternoon on Saturday. It was like, slow walk. Couldn't move very fast in the aisles, when you're looking at stuff. And I mean, that's the way you want it, right? You want people walking by slow enough that they look at your stuff. But at the same time, it was kind of narrow. The aisles were a little narrow. Maybe they just need to do the big show both times of the year. They do it in a bigger building in winter, in the fall, than they do in the spring. But their spring show might have outgrown the building they're in.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Get bigger space, more people in there. might be able to make table
So it's fun,
prices
though.
cheaper, but usually it'll go up because they'll be like, well, I got to pay for this more expensive place.
Yeah. they do really take good care of their guests and everything. They put on a really good show. Mark does a good job up there. Mark Hodges.
Sweet.
So, if you're looking for one of them mid-sized shows to go do right at the end of the season this year in November, I think it is. It's a good one to consider.
We're going to start doing shows next year, I think.
Yep.
We're going to do Planet and C2E2 for sure. And then, I don't know, we might do a couple smaller shows that are just kind of regional that we could just drive to for the weekend.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping sometime I'll get down to some of them Missouri shows because I know all them other people from the Rising Tide Network that are all down there. Brian Morris and all them people are all down there. I'd like to get down there and meet you guys too.
That'd be cool.
I'm so ignorant on all this stuff. I haven't done a con in like 3 years, and just like COVID hit, and then it's just like I'm still waiting for the dust to settle.
See, for me, it's like now I work cons where I used to go to them as a fan.
Yeah, see, I used to put on concerts. I was the promoter for a lot of local shows, and we brought in like national talent to book with local bands to help promote the local bands. Is what we would put the shows together. And man, it was such an incestuous.
That's a big word. That's a big word to use.
Yeah, such an incestuous little system of promoters saying, "Hey, I can get you a better deal on this band if you can get me a better deal on this band. Or if you pick up 3 dates from this one, I'll get 3 dates from yours, and we'll do it this way and that way." And I'm like, how is anyone making any money? You guys are just trading dates.
Which is why the band's never made money.
Yeah.
See, I used to be the drummer in bands back then in those days, and it's like we never made anything.
But I mean,
promoters make all the money.
Yeah.
And managers, don't forget the managers 10-15% cut. Don't forget that.
Oh, of course.
By the time everybody gets theirs, old artists sitting over there going, "Can I get some new strings, man?"
Well, the national act is usually the one who got paid the most. Because when I did my shows, I did everything completely transparently. I wasn't like a lot of promoters that wouldn't tell people how much I was spending. I'd be like, okay, we booked Hansel and Gretel. They were $2,800. Okay, here's our door. When ticket sales of people coming to the door, we made $3,800. You guys drank $250 worth of beer.
That's all. That's all.
$250. That's per band.
But still.
And I'm just like, so I ended up paying $400. So I'm sorry, nobody gets fucking anything. You drank up your money.
Oh, you mean the bands drank up their pay? Okay.
Yeah, the band didn't. I mean, the main band gets paid, the national act gets paid, but the local bands they tended to drink up their paycheck. Because I'm not paying for your booze, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's your money. Here's your tab. Here's your money. Here's your tab. Here's my money. Here's your tab. There you go. So yeah, man. I guess we go ahead and call it. We've been out here for 9 minutes.
Yeah, we got a backer. Woohoo! Got one backer.
Had to have at least one.
Yeah, we got it.
Had to have at least one.
You got 30 days.
Hey, it's a climb. Johnnie knows. He's seen me run the Kickstarter.
You know how we do it, Max. Once a day in the madness, bro, at least.
Oh
what's
yeah.
up.
I
What's
always
up.
do it once in the morning and then usually once in the evening.
See?
Yep.
Max gets it. You got to put it where people can see it.
Put it everywhere.
And
But
you got to do it at the right time. That's why I do like once in the morning, once in the evening.
Well, thank you guys, though, for your support. Pops, thank you once again for having us on here. We really appreciate it. It's truly a pleasure. Andrew, it's great talking and seeing you again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been AWOL.
I know you have.
You guys are going to be back for CromCon anyway, so we'll be getting another little madness bump on this in 12 days or something. So we'll see how you're doing and give it another push. And that's the CromCon show is it's the highlight of my month. So that's where you want to be when you're pushing the campaign for sure.
So what's CromCon this month?
Say what?
What's CromCon this month? Who we got?
We got Polito, man. We got Brian Polito this month, April 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
That is our featured guy. But everybody's featured, man. You know that. We don't come out, and try to overbook a show. Like, I don't go out and send out invites. I send out Brian an invite once a year because he was at the first show. He came back for the first anniversary. This is the second anniversary. I don't go, Brian, I need you for my show every month. I don't do that. I ask him once a year to come out and talk to us for a minute,
Yeah. And he's a cool guy, so.
Yeah, well, and he doesn't need the kind of, little boost that we get. He don't need Pops to promote his book.
No,
but he wants to be there, and that's what makes it cool.
Exactly.
It adds so much credibility, and I don't mean to put words in his mouth, but the fact that he is coming just makes him so much cooler.
He gave us credibility at the very first CromCon. I've said that a lot of times, man. If it weren't for the people that came out to that first show and lent credibility to this fan that had no past at all in this, and all those people, man, 3 days worth of show, they all came out, just, really gave us a good boost. And Brian was one of them people that was like, keep going no matter what, just keep pushing forward, keep doing what you're going to do. And I didn't think we'd still have this show booking within 24 hours 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years later.
Yeah.
And it books within 24 hours. If you don't get on sign up day, you ain't getting in. It's,
I think I was on CromCon 3. It was when I wasn't my first CromCon.
Yeah, you've been around for a long time, Maxie boy.
Yep.
That's good though. See, people like Mike Barron, he wasn't at the first one, but I think he's been at almost every one since. And he's always got something new that he's got his fingers in to talk about,
I go on when I have something to talk about, which has been almost every month.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you got, and people that don't have an active campaign, they graciously step aside and leave a spot for somebody who does. I get that a lot. They're like, "Hey, Pops, I signed up, but I don't got nothing right now." Cool. Talk to you next month.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something eventually, and then I'll hopefully get on, and it'll be fun. But I got nothing right now, and I don't want to take anybody's spots away.
Exactly. And then at times though, it's like I do want other podcasters too to come out to CromCon so people know who they are and what they do, because that's the audience crossover. We got the comic book fan crossover between creators, where Max people know Pete's people and Sam's people, it's like the fan crossover, but we also need that audience crossover between all the podcasts. We need that bleed over so that you find out about somebody who was on my show, and then RJ finds out, and the next guy finds out, and that person gets to go in front of all those audiences.
Mm-hmm.
We need that same kind of bleed over for us, so just
the same way it works for artists.
Yeah, you got to keep doing it, man. You got to keep the content up, I was telling the guy from Cody from Keeping It Geekly the other day. I was like, man, just keep going forward. 6 months from now, you got 6 months worth of excuses or 6 months worth of progress, and choice is yours.
Yeah.
Power through whatever comes up. Keep going forward. That's all.
Let's see. I got from my production schedule here for the year, Pops. I got in May, we've got the Mary Machine Gun 3 Kickstarter. We might be doing a May the 4th cover. Just
maybe
to have it done. Maybe. I don't know yet.
So where's the 420 cover on this one?
We almost did
it. I want to hear. No, where's the 420 bump for this campaign? What are you doing special on Wednesday? What are you doing? What featured what? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll smoke a bowl. Put it on video and.
Well, you have to understand. We'll have to do that for the whole 420 would be Max's deal. I don't actually partake because I'm more of an alcoholic myself. So
that's okay. I mean,
we'll do something for alcohol. We'll be all right.
It's one of those things, I mean, hoping that there's enough heads in the comic community that offering a little 420 bookmark or something for all the people that back on 420.
See, I wish there was a way to determine that.
What do you mean a way to determine it?
The only way to really determine it is to
have them take a screenshot and send it to you, and then they're on the list for one of those cool bookmarks.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can do that.
Right.
That's simple.
You have to look at the.
I know there's a list on. I don't know if it's time stamped. I'm sure. Why wouldn't it be on the backer list? If you're looking at it from inside the campaign, I'm sure they're time stamped.
I don't think it was. I can look it up real quick. I will let you know.
Pete acting like he's exclusive.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, backer report. No, it doesn't have.
No date, nothing.
No, it just has the date they responded to their survey.
All right, like I say, you just tell them, take a screenshot.
Yep.
Send it to me. Date 420. Just show me that you got a receipt from 420 and you get this.
Well, I just figured midnight I could look at the backer list and see where the backer count was at.
Like I said, that's an easy fix. It's just this is what I'm saying. It's specials, special weird things. You want to catch people with those and try to
Yeah, we dropped that cover, in the special Fern Cord cover, where they're in the clock tower. Mm-hmm. We dropped that halfway through the last campaign.
Yeah,
I don't have any with me. They're all at Johnny's shop.
Yeah,
but we did that in foil, and it looks amazing.
Yeah. See all these heads, man. It's
Yep.
You notice my little trolls campaign is running through right through 420, right?
Oh yeah.
It was a plan. We have something planned. We have a little 420 special ourselves. This,
Nice.
Yeah. Got to, man.
Well, thank you, Pops. We do appreciate it.
You bet.
Yeah. It was nice to be on the show.
I will see you guys again in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Oh, looking excited for it. Waiting for it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming out.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for coming out, Andrew. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Everybody have a good one. Peace.
Great day, man. Peace. All right. Let's see. What am I going to do? I'm going to play this one and say bye-bye.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit